Yo, what up guys, YuGiOh back at it again, and guess what? It's another structure deck. Don't be surprised about that. So this time we have the illustrious zombie horde deck. You guys may be wondering, zombies? That doesn't sound too intimidating in a game full of magicians and dragons, but actually, the zombie horde structure deck is probably one of the best structure decks that I have ever seen actually. I mean, there's a ton of good zombie cards that work for like about any zombie deck, and even standalone, buying 3 zombie horde decks is absolutely amazing. But and of course, you can also buy singles if you don't want to buy 3 boxes, which is fine too. But we're just gonna get right into this, but before that, make sure you guys are subscribed. That's gonna come into play later if you guys have read the title. So let's just get right into this. All right. So we're here with the cards, and let's check out our front cover card, Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. So this is not the boss monster of the deck, to be to assure you guys, but he is on the cover though. It's a very great card for the zombies. Pretty easy to get out. 7-star. Just regular 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. You won't be summoning this too much, but it is a good backup plan to have. And I'll go into why you won't, because there's other better cards in the deck. So here's our first kind of okay card. It's good if you're only running like triple structure deck kind of deck. But Tattoo Necro, pretty much what this card does is when you normal summon this card, you can use this card and a card in your hand to synchro summon, but both of them get banished instead. So you can see how it's kind of good and kind of bad at the same time. And well, zombies kind of need their normal summon, so that's why Tattoo Necro is maybe a one of. I wouldn't see you playing any more of this than you would need to, but here is the great card of the deck, Doom King Balrog. So good that he deserves a sleeve. This is his only printing so far, and probably it's going to stay like that for a very long time, if not forever. But this card, so pretty much you get this guy in the grave, and if any field spell is up, then this card comes back every standby phase. So that's already, one good thing. And the other second effect is when a zombie monster activates its effect, quick effect, you can apply one of these effects, negate that effect, or banish one monster from the field or graveyard. So that's 2 different interruptions that Doom King Balrog offers. And good thing is, just a little side note, but that if you have Balrog out, then you can actually negate Ash Blossom, even without the field spell, which I'll go into later. But Doom King Balrog is amazing, just really good card. That's one of the good cards. Next we have our Necro World Banshee as our next amazing card. So this card, when it's face up on the field, Zombie World is protected, cannot be destroyed, or it can't be targeted by card effects, which is also nice. And also, this card searches for Zombie World when it's in the graveyard or on the field, if if that ever comes up. So you could like normal summon it to get Zombie World, but that's pretty not effective. There's better ways to get this card in the grave than on the field. But you literally just activate a Zombie World from your hand or deck straight onto the field. So that's just amazing. Kind of weird that it would say hand. I guess it says hand because it is a quick effect, so you could apply Zombie World as a emergency if something goes up. So really just amazing. 2 more copies of Zombie World, or 3. Typically people will play 2 Banshee, but yeah, it's great. Goldbloom is the 3rd amazing card in this structure deck. And let me tell you, so when this card gets sent to the grave, you can you can add 1 level 5 or higher zombie monster from your deck to your hand, or if Zombie World is up, you can special summon it instead. And guess what? That boy is above 5 stars. So this card gets your Doom King Balrog while Zombie World is up. So that is just amazing. You are locked into zombies, which is something to note. So you can't really go splashing in, this like package like everywhere into every deck. you'll be locked into zombies if you use Global Bloom. So that's something to remember, but should not be a problem if you were playing your pure zombie deck. Then some of the bad cards, really. Kasha, some nice zombie cards though, but most of these you typically would not play, these guys at least. Zombie Master is actually a pretty good card. You could consider playing one of him, or yeah, probably just one, maybe two. Really depends on how much you're willing to put down for the zombie world deck, or zombie horde deck. Smash just once per turn, you can send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, and target one level 4 lower zombie monster in either graveyard, special summon that target. So may not come up too often, but it does have its place somewhere in these decks. Still a good common. This is Mizuki and Gozuki. So these are the next two good zombie monster cards. You know, they're common, but they are sleeve worthy. So this card, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one zombie monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So that's, I mean, just free special summoning when you just get this card in the grave. So definitely gonna go for this card. The next card is sorry about that. So the next card, Gozuki. So during your main phase, you can send one monster from your deck to your graveyard. And if this card, it's a different sentence. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish one zombie monster from your graveyard, except Gozuki. Special summon one zombie monster from your hand. You can only activate each effect of Gozuki once per turn. So just another good all-around zombie card. Definitely, those two aren't tied to specifically, you know, this type of zombie deck, but they're still amazing in this one too. Shuten Doji, Pyramid Turtle. If you want to play a little slower, or if you just like Pyramid Turtle, I guess you could play this. This does get your Doom King Battle Rock out, so I mean, if you really wanted to. Next one is Shirai Solitaire, and I can't talk about Shirai Solitaire without talking about Unizombie first. So let's go with the Unizombie. So Unizombie, you can target one face-up monster on the field, discard one card. So pretty much the combo, I'll just explain the combo, which will make it a lot easier. Here's your card, normal Unizombie. Target itself to gain a level, and you get to discard a card. And you know, these guys all have effects, you know, when they're in the graveyard, so that's already good. The next effect is you can target one face-up card monster on the field. Monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn, except zombie monsters, so who cares? And then send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you literally just discard a card with Unizombie, and Unizombie allows you to increase the level again of Unizombie to mill a card from the deck. So imagine how powerful that is. So honestly, you could go like, say you have like this in your hand, normal Unizombie, you discard the Banshee, get your zombie world out, and then ditch your Glow Up Bloom with the second effect to special summon the Doom King Battle Rock. So that is just an amazing play you can do with Unizombie. And you can, I think you can do, well, I mean, yeah, you just do so much with this. And then that goes with the next card. So you're definitely gonna run 3 Unizombie, like almost no matter what. I can't really think of a situation where you wouldn't. And then Shirai Solitaire. So this card, you mostly will only use this for the first effect, but you can tribute one zombie monster, special summon one zombie tuner from your deck with 0 defense. Guess how much defense this thing has? 0 defense. So you're gonna, so say you don't have Unizombie. Shirai Solitaire normal, get it out, get Unizombie out, get the effects. Boom. 1 card combos, Unizombie is just that good. And you know what? I think it's about time I tell you guys about the giveaway. So you may be wondering, what am I gonna give away? And the answer is this. Completely sealed, pretty mint condition too, for you collectors if you just want to hold on to it. But I do ask that you guys, you know, if you do not need the deck, or, you know, if you can buy yourself, you're not having any financial problems, I ask you guys that you guys do not, you know, participate in this giveaway. I want this to go to someone who will actually use it, who actually needs this, and who actually wants to play zombies. So if you do not like zombies, or just don't want to play them, don't enter in the giveaway, alright? There'll be something for you guys later down the line, so don't worry about that. But you know, I want this to go to someone who actually, you know, needs it or uses it or, you know, anything like that. So you may be wondering, how do you enter in the giveaway? So step 1, make sure you are subbed to the channel, and make sure you allow the settings so I can see if you are subscribed to me or not, because I need to see that to be able to know. And 2, it's really easy. It's just 2 steps, okay? So 1 sub, okay? 2, comment down below your favorite zombie card from the structure deck. That's all you need to do. And you know, 3rd, I guess it's the 3rd step. Wait a week. I'll announce the winner, and you'll just need to be. And I'll just contact you, and you just need to give me your email address or something like that, or have that available if you can, or some other way to contact you, and you know, I'll get this right to you. So definitely, this will be very enjoyable. Don't miss out on that. You know what? I'll even have that in the shot for you guys somehow right here. Boom. Zombie World. Alright, let's finish this up. Want to get you guys to know how to use this deck a little. Some more kind of cards. These are pretty throwaway. Zombie Necro Eyes. If you're a cheap player, this one will actually have some use for you. It's pretty much a mind control, but specifically for when there's a level 5 or higher zombie monster on the field. You take control of it until the end phase. So I mean, you can also get it back during the next main phase, during your next main phase. So I mean, well, okay, well, it doesn't have to be next main phase, but you have to shuffle a banished zombie monster back into your deck to get this back. Alright, so it's alright. It's okay. Zombie Power Struggle. A plus 1000 attack or a minus 1000 attack. That might matter at some points, but who knows. So this also has the same effect where you can, where does it say? You can shuffle 1 banished zombie monster into the deck to get this, to set this back on the field. So these are pretty cheap alternatives to kind of like protection for your board, or just like going second kind of cards. These are, you know, they're serviceable. They work. Here's the good card of the zombies. So this card makes like any zombie deck work, and it's very simple. So all monsters on the field and in the graveyard become zombie monsters. Now the player contributes summon monsters except zombie monsters. So that one would probably only not affect you. But so Zombie World has some synergy with Balderrock, because Balderrock, his effect to negate or banish only happens when a zombie monster activates its effect. And Zombie World makes every monster a zombie on the field and grave. So that means if you have Zombie World up, practically everything that your opponent activates is a zombie, except ones that activate and resolve in the hand. So, you know, watch out for that, but this is definitely amazing. So you're definitely going to want to run your 3 Zombie World, possibly 2, depending on which version of zombie deck that you're playing, because there's quite a bit of versions. That's a good card. Foolish Burial, send 1 monster deck to the grave. Run 1, because you can only run 1, but you would definitely want to play this card for sure. And we got a little messy here, so let me organize this real quick. Yeah, so this is great. These cards, definitely cards you want to look out for, and it will do quite a bit for you. And then we got our Overpowering Eye, Call the Mummy, Monster Gate, Drag Down, maybe, but most likely not. Burial, nah, you do not need this card. Shared Ride is actually kind of a, it is another budget option, because if you just buy the structure deck, you can just use this. But so pretty much what this card does is you activate this when your opponent has an effect that adds any kind of card to their hand, and then you activate this, and then every time that they do something like that, you draw. Yep. So let me just read it. For the rest of this turn, each time a card is added from the main deck or graveyard to your opponent's hand, except by drawing them, you immediately draw 1 card. So this doesn't work with cards I draw, such as like Pot of Desires. but it'll work for something like a Shadow Search, or you know, just tons of stuff like that. So I mean, pretty good budget option. Just another one of those. Where we Return of the Zombies. No thanks. On a Shrine. Yeah, you're not gonna see these. Needlebug Nest is a budget option card. You can run this if you are lacking some of the good, you know, combo pieces to the deck, or just you know, think that you're gonna have bad luck. This card works by just sending the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard. So this, you can activate this before, you know, the standby phase to hope that you get your Doom King Bottle Rock into the grave if you do not already. Or Glow Boom also has an effect, and Banshee. And Banshee is a quick effect, so you can activate Zombie World right away. And you know, it's kind of it is slow to trap, but still, if you are running, you know, a really cheap zombie deck, then I see no reason not to put Needlebug Nest in if you want kind of that consistency. Metaverse is another optional card. Just getting Zombie World out. Zombie World is definitely necessary for you know, starting big Doom King Bottle Rock plays. But yeah, I consider it. You can only play one though, remember that. Anti-Spell Fragrance. Anti-Spell Fragrance is I kind of like this card, but it you have to kind of know how to play it, and also you can't really depend on it to win the game. But you know, it's pretty much just both players must set spell cards before activating them, and cannot activate them until their next turn after setting them. So you're pretty much just gonna activate the Anti-Spell Fragrance right away. You don't want to wait because it only stops activation. So you want to just flip it and hope they don't have like MST or Twin Twister or something like that, because then they can react to that. But you know, like I said, a lot of good cards, and this is just another budget option. So these two budget option cards for your zombie deck. And you know, another few cards I want to mention. You know, like say if you want to play your zombie deck, I recommend a few cards. Here are my 5 cards that I would recommend that you add to your zombie horde deck. So one that you're gonna absolutely need is Vampire Sucker. So this card is just amazing. It's easy, 2 zombies to link summon, you know, 2 arrows pointing down corners, and has a really good effect in which when a zombie monster is special summoned to your field, you get to draw 1, and Doom King will just always keep coming back and back. So it's a really easy way to get a draw 1, and also just get, you know, an easy body out or more link arrows for you if you happen to need that. Good for link climbing, you know, just stuff like that. Another card you're going to need is Dark Grepher. Dark Grepher is amazing for this kind of deck. Kind of works how Unizombie works, with being able to discard a card, except Dark Grepher works, I'd say, a little bit worse and a little bit better in some instances. It uses a special summon, which is nice, instead of normal summoning. And you know, just getting monsters into the graveyard that you want is what Dark Grepher is for. So run that. Next one is Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight is just amazing. Like, it just send one to the graveyard. And you may be wondering, do you really need it? And I'd say you really don't, but at the same time, it also helps to make sure that you always have some play to make on your turn, which is something you never want to just set one pass. You always want to do, like, you know, one good negate at least to help you out, and, like, you know, you can probably stop your opponent with one negate if they brick 2 or something like that. Okay, and another card I would consider adding for your deck is, I know this one's a little bit more expensive, but it is going down in price as we speak, and Should All Structure deck is about to move out. So this is, I guess, 2 cards in your deck, kind of. Yeah, I'm putting these 2 cards together, but it's Super Poly and Draco Necro Nether Soul Dragon. I think that's what it's called. I have them, like, up there. But Super Poly, just really good. This deck kind of struggles going second. Works a lot better going first, but going second, this deck will be able to, with Super Poly, be able to break boards, because Zombie World can make every monster zombie. So that means every opponent deck is breakable with super poly, and most decks, you know, usually it's starting Venom Fusion Dragon, and that always isn't applicable. It is applicable a lot of the times, but not every time. So when you have Zombie World and the Dragon Fusion, 2 zombie monsters, get them out on the field and just get them out. Get your dragon, and boom, your opponent's board is broken a lot more than you realize. Another card, the last card, this one's kinda not really necessary. It's a good addition, but that would be Vampire Fraulein. So Vampire Fraulein has an effect where it special summons itself, you know, during battles, and then you can also pay life to boost up your zombie monsters according to however much life points you paid, up to 3,000. So it really can help you get that last minute damage in, or maybe just protect your board, and it just does a ton of that. And I guess I'll add another option as opposed to Vampire Fraulein. There's YuGiOh Bolin, which is a new card from Ignition Assault, and it also can special summon itself by discarding a card, so that's already amazing for the zombie deck. But being able to do that, and then also it has the second effect, which acts kind of weird. You're able to special summon one of your opponent's monsters out into the field, and then YuGiOh Bolin goes out. So it's like YuGiOh Bolin goes out, your opponent's monster comes in to your field, and then once it leaves, it gets banished. So that monster card is done for the most part. And then you know, that's just a really good option. Or, you know, the special summoning is already a good option to get into your vampire sucker. So those are some of the cards I recommend to go with the zombie horde deck. So guys, remember, don't forget to enter in the giveaway for those of you who actually want to win, okay? And you know, so don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the video, and you know, just leave that comment down below to enter. So you know what, I'll see you guys later.